India Post Live is India's first online news conversation web TV. And what we're going to discuss in the conversation today is, of course, a controversy that's been raging for the past 24 hours, and that's about the official Twitter handle of the Prime Minister of India. We've called it Handlegate, but before we get into the conversation, let's have a look at this report. Oh, the report will come later. So basically what's happened is that with the new Prime Minister, the incumbent Prime Minister designate Narendra Modi to take over on 26th, there has been a sort of goof up, if we can say, and to discuss on that we have Vineet Goenka. Vineet, thank you so much for joining us. Vineet is also the co-convener of BJP's IT cell, and of course senior analyst Anita Katyal joins us. We also have some people joining us on Google Hangout and Skype, but I'd like to start with you first, Vineet. I mean, the BJP has been, very vocal about, the way the whole issue has been handled as far as PMO India handle is concerned.
See, I'll tell you, we got elected on 16th. Generally, the procedure and the understood procedure and the protocol is that all the files which are there, all the publicity material which is there, the communication channels which are there, are then kept in abeyance. And then when the Prime Minister designate takes over, then his team decides what will happen. Good procedure would have been Mr. Pankaj Pachori would have passed on a message of the outgoing Prime Minister saying that this is thanking the nation on this handle, and it would have stopped here. And the natural process would have been that the Prime Minister designate, once it takes over the office, then would have said that now henceforward I am taking over. This is the entire essence about an institution called as PMO, where the continuity is the actual factor. See, governance is not about you being the Prime Minister, me being the Prime Minister, my party, your party. It's about a continuation. Whatever decisions are taken by one Prime Minister remain there for eternity, right? Till it has been revoked or changed or amended. So PMO handle is an asset of that institution. I would have expected in a natural course that the outgoing UPA government should have been graceful. So we called it as to be ungraceful even. They should have been grateful to this country that they have given. And it is also unethical to, I hope that they have just done this to the Twitter handle. I hope they have not done this with other important files. Saying that ये तो हमारी property जी है, हम तो इसको archive कर देंगे. So it is nothing about that. And so what we thought is we should come out in the public and talk about this, what they are doing to trying to close up many things in this. It's not a big thing. It is just 1.24 million followers which were there, whereas it was nothing like that. We wanted to acquire that this thing. Narendra Modi has millions of followers on Twitter as well as this thing. And if you see the new handle, which is Clean Slate, already has 19,000 plus followers. So it is nothing to do about followers. It is nothing to do about what. But this being a national treasure, what the Prime Minister would have spoken, and it could have been a continuity. And so I think they should not have done this, and that's why we raised this issue in public.
Anita, do you agree with it? Do you think it was done on purpose or it just happened?
No, although I agree with Vineet that the fact of the matter is that the PMO is an institution. Individuals come and go, but the institutions are, there forever. And there is something known as continuity in governance. And this is, these issues like, these digital platforms is something new which has come up. Earlier you had whatever your files or so on and so forth, which were kind of passed on from one government to another. So it is in the same genre, we should see this in the same league. But I would not go as far as to say that I think that it was just a mistake. I think it was a silly mistake, it was a foolish mistake. I mean, it was highly, highly avoidable because there was no need to just rake up this controversy, If they had just handled it better, maybe somebody didn't think it through. They just decided to call it, rename it PMO Archive so that the archive, outgoing Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's, whatever they had put on, whatever his statements or his decisions or whatever tweets they were, they kind of made it a separate handle, and so that this, so now that when Narendra Modi comes in, it's a new handle altogether, and then you started. But I think, Vineet would tell me better, I'm not very tech savvy, but I think there is a process by which you can retain the handle and then archive the material, which can be which is accessible. So I think that could have been done, and this controversy was kind of highly unavoidable.
Highly unavoidable. Okay, so just for our viewers who are just joining us in the conversation, we are discussing Handlegate of the way the Prime Minister of India's official Twitter handle has been handled. Let's have a look at this report before we go further into the conversation. The war may be over in the election arena between the Congress and the BJP, but it surely continues on social media. This 20th of May, the official Twitter handle of India's Prime Minister @PMO India has been renamed @PMO India Archive. The official handle had over 4,000 tweets and over 1.2 million followers. But the new Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, will not have them when he takes charge on May 26th. The outgoing Congress believes the official communications of the handle have been archived according to the RTI Act, while the BJP believes that the official handle is not a Congress handle but a national asset. So the big question is the Congress right in doing so, or is the BJP just overreacting? Well, we've got some callers on Skype, so we'd like to go to them. We have Manaswini joining us. Manaswini, go ahead. What is your take as far as this whole controversy is concerned?
Hello. Like you said, and the conversation that's been going on, that it is extremely immature of Congress to do what they did, making it a archive handle, and it's some sort of a statement they're trying to make that the greatness of our ex-prime minister is now archived, and there is nothing more that they want to say or do about it. They have done what they wanted to do, and they have stepped out of it. I think it was not a right decision. It has come to bite them in the back. And of course, Narendra Modi has a brilliant following. He has a Twitter handle. He has amazing followers. He will make that 1.24 mil and maybe more followers very soon and very quickly. But I think they could have probably handled this in a better way without making it as big as they did. And yeah, at the end of the day, it was extremely immature from my end. That's what I think.
Okay, so that makes the two of you, Anita ma'am, you and Manaswini, saying that.
Just one thing, but I won't bring the Congress into it, because this was, I think, a few individuals in PMO who just exercised their own judgment. And of course, the judgment was absolutely off the mark, completely. I think they were just trying to be a little smart. That's all.
So what I agree with her, this is act of, unthoughtful this thing. But that reflects the entire 10 years of their governance. So they always did these things with jerk and knee, kind of
knee-jerk
exercises which they did.
yeah,
They always talked about fits, we're trying to fit everything immediately. So this is more about, talks about the culture and the processes which they followed as a government. So thank God, now I don't want to get into the rhetoric of electioneering, wo bure hain, hum achhe types, but this all talks about how the entire PMO was functioning. For example, ad would have been there, or somebody little understands. He would have said, let us formulate a process, and he could have devised a process and okay, whenever there is an outgoing prime minister who is going out, we will archive it. And once that process has been written and approved by a certain set of people, then it would have been a policy.
No, also I would also put it down to, I'm giving the devil his due, that because this is it's a new thing.
Yeah,
it's a new, technology is new. This is for the first time, I think. It's only recently that people have started, and the government has started using it. As it is, the government was a little wary. I remember when Shashi Tharoor started using Twitter, how much fun people used to make of him in the Congress party itself.
It's a mindset of the party, actually. That's
they used to make a lot of fun of and subsequently, as you saw, everybody kind of followed him, in that direction, because they knew there was no way out. If you had to reach out to a larger audience, and especially the younger audience, this was the best way to do it. But like I'm saying, it was just totally, poor judgment.
Uncalled for.
Uncalled for, poor judgment, and I won't even call it, bringing the party into it, or the prime minister into it, or official. It was just one or two individuals who just thought they were being a little smart and bright.
Okay, we also have Aditya Chaudhary joining us. He's a social media expert. Aditya, what is your take on the whole controversy?
This could have been avoided. It was, something which was totally uncalled for.
Yeah, Aditya, can you just move the camera? Can you sit a little back, because slightly more, or just move your laptop, the top. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead now.
This could have been avoided. It was, something which was not required at all. The IT Act says that, I'll quote it, the IT Act says, diminishing the value or utility of the electronic resource it's totally uncalled for, and it's under IT Act of 2000, amended in 2008. So there should have been very, silent transformation of this handle without getting in the public eye. And the picture should have been changed, the name should have been changed, and even if they wanted to archive the material, it could have been transferred. There was no need to, it was not a personal property of anyone that they changed it, and it was totally uncalled for.
Okay, what are the ways to go about it? I mean, I was just going through some of some of the Twitter handles of other prime ministers. So we've seen. Is there a way in which you can carry forward these followers, even if you change the name of the handle if you want to?
Yes, I changed my Twitter handle, my name only. So number of followers and everything remains the same. You can change the name, you can change the picture, you can change the handle, and the handle which you were using previously, that handle is reserved. No one else can use that handle. So identity crisis is also not there, because the earlier handle was PMO_India, and the new handle is PMO India, the new handle which they have made. So even if they would have changed the name, all the followers would have been remained intact, all the tweets, everything.
Okay, now what happens to the followers? I mean, there were 1.24 million followers. Where do they go now?
They made a new account, no? They renamed the PMO India to PMO Archives, and they made a new account PMO India for the new Prime Minister.
No.
So that's why the followers were gone.
So do the followers automatically go onto the new handle?
No. They don't migrate.
Yeah. Okay.
Followers never migrate. If you rename your Twitter handle, the followers remain with that particular handle.
Okay. So I mean, that's the point. I mean, everyone's trying to make is like I follow the Twitter handle, so now I'll have to,
Yeah, you'll have
unfollow
to
it, move
reset
a
the
new
whole
one.
Yeah,
thing.
and see what I'll tell you. Okay, this is
The point is, in other countries like US, when there was transformation of the government, they just changed the name and that's it. I mean, they didn't even change the handle. So that could have been followed in India as well.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I would continue what he said is that one institution's photograph could have been put. They could have just put PMOs of this thing or Rashtrapati Bhavan's photo or something like that, or Ashok emblem in place of putting photographs of somebody so that there can be continuity. A. B. What they could have done is simply written some small tweets saying that now here the current Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh thanks everybody here, and henceforth the new Prime Minister will take over. And then probably after 26th, whenever the serving is done, and the new Prime Minister said, this is my first tweet from here, and it could have continued. So the archival value would have been there. People could have referred to the earlier tweets, and the followers who were there, 1.24, would not have left guessing. Now see, what will happen is those who know this, there is a Twitter gate which has happened, would actually migrate. But those who are innocent and keep following that will always wonder that how come Narendra Modi has become silent. I'm sure the numbers would not impact because Narendra Modi's own follow-up.
He has 4 million plus
4.2 million.
Yeah,
I was just checking before entering 4.2, and on the Facebook we have 15. And so we would always like to go back to the Twitter archival this thing. We could put in saying that this is a new handle. But then the entire work would have more than this. I'm trying to highlight what this kind of activity, like rightly said by you, are immature, uncalled for activity by individuals, because they are not well versed with the new technology. Now here what happens
Not only new technology, I think the ways of governance.
Yeah, but this reflects poorly on the entire thinking mechanism. See, PMO is an institution which is supposed to know what is going on with the best in the world. And this is an institution which in turn advises the entire government machinery. So if they are not aware of this and they are unable to take this kind of thing, then we would have seen various departments doing these kind of silly mistakes. Now we put this system under the category of silly mistake after she educated me on that, and thanks for that. But then these silly mistakes are the reflections of the policies and the programs of the regimes. And this also shows the mindset, how lightly you take kind of things.
Coming on the mindset, I mean, for someone who's covered the Congress so closely, I mean, there is still some stigma within the Congress of, moving on to the social networking platform, and perhaps, somewhere down the line, lack of information or awareness was something that led to a situation like this.
No, I know. Like I told you before, I mean, my God, how much fun people made of, like I said, Shashi Tharoor, because he was the one who first started it, and he got into trouble also because of that, cattle class and a whole lot of other things. He said something about Krishna and his senior minister, when he was the MOS in the MEA. But it took them a long time. Even the government, I mean, Press Information Bureau or other ministries, it took them a long
2012 only,
time.
this PMO
They
India
took them a
started
long time
2012.
to get onto social media. I think MEA was kind of ahead of the other ministries. Ministry of External Affairs, they got onto Facebook and other things, Twitter and so on and so forth, or YouTube even. But it took them a long time. And Congress, I mean, that's why, I mean, if you see the difference between the Congress social media outreach and the BJP's outreach, you can see the contrast is so stark. I mean, they started so much later. Their website, I mean, it took them ages to kind of redo and give it a makeover, to kind of update it. I mean, it took them a long time to realize the value of social media,
And yet they spent 500 crores on Dentsu to try and,
Oh, well, I mean, can go on. I mean, we can say BJP must have spent twice or thrice as
We
much,
need to
because
know
given
the
their
actual figure.
but I mean, these figures don't mean anything, actually. It
See,
really one doesn't
I'll
know.
take that to the serious this thing again from the part. It's never about how much money somebody has incurred. Or, like, for example, I keep on saying that it is our karyakartas who have done it, we have not spent a single penny. Somebody may blame saying that they have spent so much money. It's all about how does the leadership take about. See, any activity which happens in institutions like PMO or Home Ministry especially, these are all thoughtful things, and the directives come directly from the Prime Minister. Having said what we both said at the start, saying that this would have been a silly mistake by some individual, that showed that the complete lack of the leadership and hush-hush approach which is there. Now, was other files or other institutional activities handled in the same fashion? Had I been into that place, what I would have done is simply asked for people, what do? We would have written a small process about it, we would have written a small policy document, and maybe we would have done the same activity after the policy would have been approved. So then it becomes, the norms.
yeah.
Okay, by, every Prime
a
Minister,
benchmark
it will be this thing, and then we will have PMO 2004, PMO 2014, PMO 2044. So people know that these are different handles of
different Prime Ministers.
Or I would have said the best which has been done in the world is that every Prime Minister has many times two. So they have, for example, the Japanese Premier or the UK Premier has two. So they have an official one which is their
and then you have
And
your
they have a
They're
personal
individual.
one.
So
yeah,
personal ones are not
one.
under the RTI gamut.
Yeah.
So Narendra Modi has 4.2 millions on Twitter and around 15 plus on Facebook. He would have continued there on personal capacity, and PMO would have been a continuation of the process. And see, we would have gone to the world, cyber world, and to the youngsters, the generations to come, with a united face. And they're till election you are Congress, BJP, UPA, NDA.
Absolutely.
Once the elections are done, these institutions are held by the values, not by individuals. So this is not House of Manmohan Singh, or now the new Renty has come, something like that. So here I think that impacts. I also disliked what Shashi Tharoor said, Storm in
Storm in a Twitter gate. Twitter cup or something like that. Yeah.
Now this gentleman has to understand that he has always been little lighter,
He tries to
using
kind of
words like cattle gate and then
cattle class.
I thank him for bringing Twitter in India, because
He
At that level, because officials, I
But
mean,
he has to still understand India and the sentiments of Indians. See, I am sure with our generation and this thing, we still have things which have been given to us by our parents and grandparents. And these are the values. And then you have things in the house which are set as the values. Same way, the nation is where the Prime Minister is there, and the house is Prime Minister's office. So here, you don't say that this was Jawaharlal Nehru, or this was Morarji Desai, this was Atalji. This is Prime Minister's office.
Yeah.
So these are the values included, and this great nation is because of these great people. And by this kind of small activity, you diminish the entire great institution.
Okay, diminishing the value of institution. I'd like to bring in Manaswini on into the conversation. Do we need to have a better sense of understanding as far as handling of the national digital assets are concerned, especially with relation to what's happened to the Prime Minister's Twitter handle?
Definitely, there needs to be more awareness when it comes to technology now, because at the end of the day, you are targeting people who are continuously in that sphere. They are, everyone is digitally connected these days. Everyone has a smartphone, they are using it smartly. So, to understand the fact that, if you are acting again, the word was immature for what was done initially. But you have to understand that everyone is technologically connected these days, and it's very important. And I think somewhere BJP did a stroke of genius when Narendra Modi connected with the youth and with everybody else. I mean, really this. So that is one of the biggest winning points I think that BJP took, like the brownie point, which Congress probably did not. But that being said, I think now that we have a new Prime Minister who is very socially active, who is in the digital space, I mean, what he did with the whole congratulatory wall that he had, victory wall, I mean, it was genius. So you have to understand that everyone is technologically connected. Everyone will be seeing you. You are under the scanner continuously. So whatever you do or say, people will follow and will pinpoint, like the current, fiasco that happened with the type thing. So yeah, I think so.
Okay, Manasvi. So she seems to be a big fan of Narendra Modi. I'll come to you, Anita, first. Twitter, it's provided a lot of, other avenues for leaders. We've seen the way Narendra Modi has gone about wishing, leaders of various parties and prime ministers and, leaders from various states. Without doing much, it's just a way of giving that statesman-like message across to people. That is also helping people on this platform, is it?
No, of course. This is one way of also reaching out. Now, as newspaper people, you and I, earlier you had to follow TV or you went to the, the BJP, the page, the website to see, okay, what is the new statement and all. And now if Sushma Swaraj is, or you have to keep bringing up Sushma or whoever, ABCD, okay, what is your reaction to this and that and all that.
Yeah.
And now they put it out on Twitter. So that saves a lot of time. It's not so good for journalists because there is no scope for supplementaries. If you ring up somebody and talk to them, and then if somebody says, okay, this is what I have to say, and then you can follow it up by questioning them further on this. But Twitter is helpful to the leaders because you just put it out and it's there. Okay, this is my reaction. You take it or leave it. And it forces press. You can't ignore it if it's there and you have to.
But it must be pretty heartening for you, Vineet, to hear what Manasvi had to say. She seems to be a total Namo fan. Somewhere down the line, your contribution is being recognized, is it?
Yeah, no, I should thank her, young sister of mine. This kind of people, they are the people who have made what we are today. So I should like to thank Manasvi and all her friends who have done it. At the same time, see, I'll tell you why we do this. Continuing her point, earlier we used to have this daily briefs.
Yeah, I know.
So everybody is guessing what will happen at 3:30 when you come at 11 Ashoka Road, and then there is one line which goes out. Now what you can actually be upfront. So moment the decision is taken in the party, once the discussion is over, we could update that on the website and the thing. And now individual leaders also are vocal about this. The only flip side of this is that now we have too many handles to be followed.
Yeah.
And this is 24/7. What happened yesterday night, till yesterday, say around 10 p.m., I was not on Twitter or Facebook for this particular thing. So I was trying to maintain the e-governance look of Vineet Goenka. So I generally always kept away from all this kind of thing. And then somebody from your side called up and I said, "Theek hai." The moment you said, "I am going to come," so then you start reading about this and you will be surprised. There were more than 0.2 million, 200,000 things been written here. They don't know where to start. That comes up. And two, I would also like to say this, like what has happened in PMO's case, Arvind Kejriwal's arrest, and you see this guy is going berserk, the trolls are going berserk again. So a person like me who is serious about using this tool for communicating the policies, programs, and I would always like to avoid my personal reactions or emotions to come out here. Yesterday midnight, I had to get up and they said, I should write something. So I wrote 4 tweets as a revert to Arvind Kejriwal ji's this thing. Now here what happens is, understand this is now faster. So the days where we used to wait for the newspaper to come in the next day morning, and on the breakfast table, the parents would train children. So my father used to tell me that what happened yesterday, and he used to graduate me out of that. Now it is reverse. Now I see my nephews they are far faster than they they send SMS and कि आपने ये देखा क्या types. So younger generation is becoming
yeah,
part of
yeah.
this. See, I'll take one more minute of yours and this. BJP uses this tool as a listening tool. So what is
Feedback.
the difference? What is the difference between the mindset of the past regime and our regime? We have used this as a listening mode. So Narendra Modi ji, parties, other leaders, everybody said ki, okay, you write what you want to write. We started taking up from there and we started talking about what we heard here. So we graduated out of this, we matured out of this. We started getting inputs and direct inputs from this thing. Whereas I think PMO, the past PMO, especially Pankaj Pachori ji, was insensitive to listening. And they were trying to do only the dissemination of information, the old style and the old school,
The old school of information.
where the press notes go out. So they said, ki,
Yeah.
"Okay, press note ja raha hai, we will also send it from here." So I think that's the mindset. And if you want to be the country of contemporary youngsters, you want to take this nation to the next leap, you will have to go with technology.
And the interaction was missing perhaps.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
so-
So now the elections are over. I don't think we should do too much.
No,
of
no, but there's, I
waiting.
mean, I think Congress has a lot to learn from this
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
I mean, I think you made that a very important and vital point when you said that you use this as a listening tool, and it is not always just for disseminating
Yeah.
information, it's a two-way street. So I think the Congress somewhere should kind of get up and listen, start
No,
listening.
I hope they don't. So they, so they don't have to ever.
Okay, we've also got a video response from one of the social media experts, Charu. Let's hear what she has to say about the whole thing.
I have just 2 points to make on this. First, Twitter allows you a feature where you can export and archive all your tweets into an Excel file, which captures your tweets, your retweets, and then it doesn't make sense to rename the Twitter handle to PMO India Archive when you have an option from the official Twitter account to archive all those tweets. Right. Secondly, what about all those 1.2 million followers who have been following your account and they have subscribed to your tweets? Now they will be following a redundant account who is not posting anything. So why clutter Twitter with all that stuff? So you can easily transfer those admin rights to the new PM's office, and he can carry forward that Twitter handle. So lastly, I would just say that Congress should utilize the facility which the medium provides to you. They should educate themselves about that medium and archive the tweets rather than renaming the Twitter handle with the PMO India Archive, which makes no sense.
Okay, I think there seems to be a general consensus on this. Final comments, I'll bring in Aditya in. Aditya, final comments on the whole controversy. Okay, the audio, I think we're having a problem with Aditya's audio.
Buffering, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go to Manasvi? Hi Manasvi, can you hear us?
Someone mentioned it was a silly mistake. I don't. Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, we'll go to Aditya first. Aditya, final comments?
When someone said that it was a silly mistake, I totally disagree with it. People sitting in the highest office of the country, they must be very well versed with the IT Act, which says it's not a private property, and doing any diminishing value to it, it comes under prosecution. So saying that it was a silly mistake, I totally disagree.
Okay. Thanks so much, Aditya. Thanks so much for joining in the conversation. We hope to have you on more conversations. We'll go to Manasvi now. Manasvi, final comments on the issue?
Could have been avoided, should be avoided in the future by the current ruling party. Hope that it doesn't happen ever again. So that's about it.
Okay, Manasvi. Thanks so much for joining in the conversation. So I think
I
Aditya,
have a line to say in this.
Yeah.
See, I would like to end this debate with one sign. Continuity in governance is the entire hallmark of the constitution. So I think while going, they have given a very bad gift to the entire
just left a
population.
bad taste in the mouth.
Yes,
is it?
Yeah, I think we should just it should
We
be
should
put
leave it
down
there.
to a
Yeah.
put it down to a learning experience, and hope some lessons are drawn from this, for future.
I mean, just at a time when we thought that, all the bad blood is over and now
Yeah.
it'll be a smooth takeover and the process
It's
will
like Aditya said, it should have been a silent transformation, transfer. There was no need to make such a hullabaloo about it.
Okay, so thanks so much, Vineet and Anita,
It's
for
been
joining in the
always a pleasure
conversation.
to
So
come here.
there you have it, a needless controversy, easily avoidable, and just when the smooth transition was about to take place, another storm in the Twitter teacup, as Dr. Shashi Tharoor put it. So you can also, write to us at India Post Live. You can also join in the conversations by logging on to our site, indiapostlive.com. You can also, send us your feedback on Twitter. Our handle is @IndiaPostLive. Conversations will continue. Thanks so much for watching.